Welcome back to the Los Angeles Lakers, my GM. Time to get Season 2 going. Now, one thing I did off camera, I just changed our head coach, Michael Stauffer. I went to edit staff. I made him a bit more defense orientated. So, balanced offense to defense. Guards and forwards, I went slightly to guards just because I want Lonzo to really develop. So, that's why I did that. I still want Ingram to grow, though. So I didn't go all the way to guards. I went slightly. And then preferred system, defense, inside, outside, balanced. Most of it's balanced. Just wanted to show you that. And then training. I updated a few of these training for people. Other than that, it's basically time just to simulate, see how we do. Either we have a team that's good, either the pieces we have fit together, or maybe we get a draft pick. But I'll say this, if we do end up tanking, or if we end up getting a top pick, then that's the end of it, right? We're going to have Ball, Ingram, Nance, Kuzma, Noel, Caldwell Pope, Curry, right? We got some young guys like Osman, Webb, Powell down here, plus another top guy. Then we're really going to kind of go into overdrive and go into winning mode. But for now, I'm just going to kind of take it slow, see how it is. This is the lineup I'm going with. We got 10 people. So Webb, Shumpert, Osman, Zubac, Powell are not in the lineup. In a month, if Osman's morale goes up and he gets to like a 74, 75, I do want to play him to try and grow for him. I'd like to see him get to maybe a backup shooting guard of the future. That would be quite nice. But I got Rondo, Udall, Anderson playing a couple minutes, and then Caldwell Pope coming off the bench, and Kuzma coming off the bench. So we got two really strong guys, a strong six-man, and then Noel, Lance, Ingram, Curry, Ball. So as of now, I went with Lance. I could go with Kuzma. As a matter of fact, I want Kuzma to grow. No, I'm going to start him on the bench. I'm going to start him coming off the bench as the six-man. Hopefully that can help him grow. Midway, I might change that up. But yeah, I think that's about it. Other than that, just time to see how we do. So let me go up to December the 1st. Let me get a good kind of chunk of the season done. Just to kind of get a good sample size for the team. We start out 3-0. Okay then. I don't think this will last, or definitely won't last. But interesting to see, very interesting to see. Basically, this season, all I'm looking for is Ingram and Ball to improve drastically. I need them to improve really good. Noel, pinched nerve in the back. That is a rough one, because I really wanted him to grow. That is too bad. So we'll put Udall in, and then Zubac. And this is what I mean. We don't have a great team, right? If we get injuries, we're going to go down to the bottom of the league. That's just how it is. So Udall, he's going to have to play like 25 minutes. Zubac's going to play 17. Not ideal. Obviously, they're not great players, but... Oh, Lonzo! Left hand fracture. He got injured last year for a little bit too. That is concerning. Very concerning. I guess we're going to have to go Rondo and then Webb. So we're going to have to play Webb, it looks like. We got a full team. I'm going to play him as few minutes as possible. Yeah, there we go. So, what's up with the roster? Why can't I go? Oh, he's still got a couple minutes on him. Okay. Yeah, that's too bad. That is very bad. 4 to 6 weeks, so he's not going to miss too much. He'll be back for a good chunk of the season. Time to scout, though. So, we got RJ Barrett, Cameron Reddish. Okay, I don't really know too much of these guys. I know Ball, I know Zion, obviously. I don't know too much of them, though. Gonna have to scout, and hopefully we can get one of those top guys. Because, in all honesty, if we make the playoffs, we're not gonna go for. I'd like to get a good draft pick this season, and then really turn it up after that, because then we're gonna have a guaranteed good core of the future, right? As of now, we're gonna probably have to get a free agent or trade to get another superstar, but if we can just get it in the draft and not give up any assets to get, that player, that would be amazing. Noel is back and healthy, that is good. Yeah, I'm gonna play him over Zubac. Actually, you know what? He's 21, let me play Zubac. let me play Zubac. If he can get better, then you know what? He can get better, and I'd be happy. So, we've played 20 games, a good chunk of the season. Let's just check out how people are doing. So, let's go to, stats. Now, obviously, I don't like to look at only statistics, but in a MyGM, that's all you have to go off of. So, Ingram, not playing great. Not playing great at all. Not too efficient, you know. 3 assists, 5 rebound, 12 points per game. It's not bad. He's 81. I'm going to give him a few more months to grow. Nance Jr., he's putting up 10, 7, you know, 50% shooting. I'm good with that. Kuzma, 50% shooting, 13 points per game as a 6-man. Compared to Nance, he's doing a bit better. Okay. I could consider giving him the starting job. Noel, so points per game, I'm not too concerned. If he can give me like 8 to 10, I'm happy. Rebounds, 2 blocks and a steal. That's what I'm looking for. That is what I need from him. A couple blocks, a couple steals, and some rebounds, and I'm good, right? As long as 8 to 10 points, as long as he's efficient, that is exactly the type of player I want him to be. Perfect. Caldwell Pope, he's a defensive guy. He's got a steal, so that's good to see. Getting a bit of offense, not too much. Curry, 11 points per game. He's shooting lights out though, so I gotta give him more minutes for sure. Anderson, yeah, I'm gonna take away minutes from him. Rondo, he's getting some assists, that's good. And then Bull, he didn't play too many games, but you know, 10, 6, 7, not the best, but he's injured, so I'll wait. I'll give him a bit more time. Right off the bat, I'm gonna give Kuzma the starting job. I'm gonna give Anderson a few less minutes, and I'm gonna give Curry a couple extra minutes because he deserves it. He definitely deserves it. He is shooting lights out. I'm going to give him the minutes. And you know what? He might be on the team for the long term. Him and Pope, I mentioned in the offseason, that's a pretty good 1-2 punch. You got Pope on the bench for the defense, and then you got Curry just for the offense. So, I'm happy about that. How much longer till Ball's back? And then I'll do that. 2 to 4 weeks. So, you know, I'll go 4 weeks. I'll just go up to January. Get 2 months of the season done. So, no, I'm not looking to make any trades. If a trade comes up that's really eye-popping, I will consider it. Not Osman, nope. So, he's 74 now, actually. 1 second. Osman, is his morale good now? Damn, why? I don't get... Why is his morale down? I would love it if he could become a good player on the team. Webb... You're going to come out of the lineup, and I'm going to put Osman in. I know we're going to be heavy going to the shooting guard position as opposed to point guard, but you know what? It is what it is. I want Osman to play. And you know, Webb, I doubt he would... I bet he was actually pretty bad. Let me see. Yeah, he was absolutely terrible, so... Let me put Osman in. Hopefully, he can get up there. You know, even if his morale goes up, that means he's, what, a 74, 75? You know, that's getting to the point where he can be a backup. Another year from now, he can get to like 76, 77, maybe. You know, that's kind of a good case scenario. Not best, but not worst, kind of in the middle. And I'd be okay with that. I would definitely be okay with Osman being a backup shooting guard. Because he's tall. He's 6'8". You know, he's a big guy. And he's length. He has a lot of length to him as well, his wingspan. So he is going up. Okay, perfect. He is going up. He's suggested to be no minutes, but I'm going to give him minutes. So, yeah, Ball, you're coming in the lineup, obviously. Get Ball in there. Rondo. So I'm going to take the minutes off of Pope. I'm going to put him down to like 20. And I'm going to give Rondo some minutes just to kind of even out the, you know, minutes per position. I'll give Osman 10. And I'll give Rondo 12. I'll give Osman a few minutes from Zubac here. There we go. Let me go up to January. Hopefully another 2 weeks of games and Osman can get back to being what I want him to be. Beverly for Curry. That's an interesting trade. As of now, we do have a lot of defense. Curry is a breath of fresh air in terms of offense, so I'm going to keep him. I'll check his statistics in January in a couple days here, and hopefully, you know, his statistics are still good. Hopefully he's shooting a high percentage, so let's check that out. I'm not going to check out Ball yet, not yet, but let's go to Curry. So yeah, he's still shooting extremely high percentage, and you know, I don't need him to be shooting I don't need him to have a ton of points per game, but when he does shoot, I need him to knock those down. And, let me go edit player. Can I change his tendencies? Yeah, let me do this, actually. No, I just want to do shot, can I not do that? Shot 3, yeah. Shot 3, I want that tendency to be, 80. I want him to shoot a lot of threes, actually. So, yeah, let's do that. And, I'm just gonna see I just want to see what type of points he puts up. Is he gonna skyrocket in terms of individual performance because of that? I'm very curious to check it out. So, against the Pelicans, we do lose it, but I just want to check out. Did he have a 20-point game, Curry? He had 11. Okay, not too bad. Ball didn't play extremely good. Clippers, let me check out this. Let me check out Curry. So, yeah, there we go. 27. If he can do that for me, I'd be happy. I would be happy doing that. Let's go to award races just to check it out. Wow. Golden, Rocket, Golden, Rocket. How about that? That's the NBA for you in a nutshell right there. Rookie of the Year, alright. Trae Young, 20 points per game. Holy shit. Sixth Man of the Year, alright. Defensive Player of the Year. See, I would love it. What's the difference between Noel and these guys? He's got the block. Oh, yeah, I guess these guys are getting more blocks and more rebounds, so. It is what it is, okay. Let me... yeah, let's go to February. Let's go to February here. Then I'm going to take one last kind of look at everybody's individual performance, kind of shape out what I want to do at the deadline. Right now, we're in a position to get up to, the 4th seed in the West. But we're also in a position to drop completely out of the postseason. So, that might be where we go at the deadline, but Curry, honestly, Curry might be the only reason why we make the postseason, because we do have a good defensive unit. If Curry can put up, 20 plus points a game from here on out, we could make the postseason. And especially because I'm making him shoot a lot of jump shots, he could put up those points. And it's going to be interesting when we get to February to check his statistics, because if he goes up to 16, 18 points per game, he's really balling. I believe he was at 11 points per game. Noel injured again. Oh my god. That is not good. Am I giving him too many minutes here? His blocks have came down. I think his rebounds went up. Points went up. Okay. Here we go. So we're at February now. Let's check out, first of all, the standings. So we have a 2-game lead on Memphis, a 2-game lead on Jazz and Portland. So the Clippers aren't going to catch us, but we can definitely still fall out. We can definitely still try and get a good draft pick if we want. Ball, he's not really improving. 9, 5, and 7. I don't know what to do to make him better. Kuzma, 4, he's gone up. He's playing even better. I like to see that. Nance Jr., he's actually dropped in production. All right, he could be on the move. Ingram hasn't really moved too much. He has improved. He's an 82 now, so he went up 1 overall. That is good to see. Curry, so 14 points per game. Did that go up? I think it might have. But either way, I'm going to keep him. Let me check out his recent games. Yeah, that might be a good tell. Let me just check it out here. So, 20, 20, 14, 11, 20, in the 10. Okay, so, he's balling. Osman, have you been producing at all? Not really. Not too much. He's got a couple steals, a couple blocks. He's producing at a all-right level. He's still, I don't know why he's got that -1. I truly do not understand why he's got that -1. Oh, it's frustrating. It is really frustrating. So, untouchable. Let me just go over this again. So, we got untouchable, Ingram, Kuzma, Ball. Is anyone else really untouchable? Noel for me. I'm going to go Noel. And, okay, trade block. Lance Jr.'s on it. I'm going to put Pope on it. I'm going to put Curry on it just to see what we get, right? Just to see what we get. And, Anderson might be a guy to ship off. in the offseason, I mentioned that he's going to have a lot of trade value because of his overall. He's got 2.5 stars. We can maybe get a really good young asset for him and Lance Jr. Yeah, I'm going to take Pope and Curry off it, actually. Let me just go, I'm just going to feel out what the market is like. Let me go Anders, because a lot of money, but he's an expiring deal, and you're getting Lance for only $2 million. So it really evens out, right? You're paying about $10 million each. It does even out. We're going to have to take salary back, obviously. But, what type of players can we get back? I'd like a young pro. Wow, we can get Rudy Gobert? What? Hold on, wait a minute. McCollum, I don't want McCollum. Okay, let me go. Wow, why would the Jazz do this? So they're getting a small forward and a power forward. They both are young. So Favors is injured, so they would want to replace him. Right? Small forward, yeah, okay, they don't have a small forward at all. So he would right away be the best small forward. They would have someone to replace Favors from now. And even when he comes back, they can put Favors to center. They can put Lance to center. Gobert. How do you say no to Gobert? Wow. So, 11-11, almost 3 blocks per game. What's his contract like? And I've mentioned I want to go defensive, right? I've mentioned that he's a lot of money, but, you know, this would be our big 3. And let me just go to the Jazz in the standings. Where are the Jazz right now? So they're a little bit below us, so they're kind of selling, right? Wow, if we do that, we would go, obviously Gobert would be center. We could go potentially Noel power forward, or maybe he could come off the bench, and then we could move Kuzma to small forward, and maybe move Ingram to shooting guard, but then see, we'd have Curry and Pope. Maybe we just put Gobert center, and then we have Pope and Noel coming off the bench. That might be what it's at, and you know, I'm not gonna lie, I was totally expecting Noel to be the future in terms of center, but wow, how do you say no to that? How? Oh my lord. Okay, you know what? Let me just trade Nance. What type of offers do I get for him? Let me check the market out. Any trade offers I can get for him? Ellington, no, see, nothing's really coming up. Nothing is really coming up. Okay, let me go Anderson, 2.5. We might be able to get actually a decent piece for him. Gobert might actually come up again. John Collins? The Hawks? I don't know why they would do that. Yeah, what? Okay, so we'd have to trade a first-round pick here. I'd rather keep the pick. I'd rather get rid of Nance, because then we can give more minutes to some other young guys, right? Gobert for Anderson and Nance. That might go through just like that. And, you know, I could even give up, you know, just to make it quote-unquote realistic, I could give up my pick lottery protected. Because if we make the postseason with him, that makes sense. Give up that first-round pick. Again, I like to make it realistic. That could make it realistic. They're giving up a 26-year-old Gobert for a 25 Anderson, a 26 Lance, and potentially a draft pick. That, you know, it might make sense because Mitchell might be... What's he producing right now? 17 points per game on decent shooting. So, you know what? He might just be the future of the team, and they might just be looking to build around him. Tony Bradley, Cheek. So they have a couple young guys around Mitchell as well. Oh my god, this could be a good move. And this would be going to the postseason, right? This would be not going for a draft pick here. Would it fit in? So wait, let me just... he might be going for Defensive Player of the Year, actually. You know what? He is number one. So, and with that deal, we can even bring in a defensive player of the year and kind of have a spotlight on Los Angeles. This could be a good trade for us, man. He's number one in we still got a lot of time to go. He could fall out of that defensive player of the year running real quick. But we would basically have Ball, Curry, Ingram, Kuzma, Gobert, Noel, Pope, Osman, Rondo, Powell maybe, Shumpert maybe. It's just, then we're going to have a lot of minutes going to Noel, Kuzma, and Gobert, and Ingram. We'd have a lot of forwards and centers playing. We'd still have Ball, Curry, and Pope, Osman. We can maybe change to a point guard or a small forward. We could give Rondo Powell sometime. So we'd still have a lot of minutes going to shooting guards and point guards, but very interesting. This episode definitely took a turn. Let me just go to contract extension. So Lance would re-sign. We'd have to give him around $13 million. Would we rather just give an extra $10 million to get Gobert? Right? Zubac wants $2. Shumpert wants minimum. Alright, Anderson would be expecting to make $5 million if we would keep him as well. So if we would keep both of these guys, that would be, if we round up 14 and 5, so $19 million, just give an extra 6 to 7 to get Gobert. Let me go to the Jazz again. So what's his contract? So another couple seasons. Let me just put that in terms of player contracts here. So we got him for this season and then 2 more. Wow! So we'd have to re-sign Gobert when we sign Ball and Kuzma. And we might even get Ingram on a restricted free agent deal. And even if we do that, by then we would have Gobert, we'd have his bird rights, and Pope and Noel too. Even in a couple years, in next season, depending on what the lineup is looking like, we might have to get rid of one of them. It would suck to do so, but, next season we could be actually competing. Because we'd have Noel, Pope, and Gobert on some pretty, and Curry. Not next season, but 2021. Because we'd have Noel, Pope, Curry, Ingram on some big contracts. But we'd still have Ball and Kuzma on the rookie contracts. So we'd be kind of like a Minnesota. We could compete. 2021 and 2022, we could really compete for a title. We could really make a quick turnaround here. Is there any free agents available? Not really. Any young guys? Ike, Anna, a power forward, inside defense B. He's a good defender. Rebound, you know what? How many people do we have on our roster? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Wow. So we would trade 2 for 1. We'd get rid of Lance and Anderson, get Gobert. We would still have one spot on the roster available, and we can sign a 20-year-old who's already 70 overall. With B potential. We can get a free backup. Wow, so we can get a young backup of the future and an all-star center. I was hoping to go right to the deadline, maybe even make a trade or two before the deadline, but I think I gotta end it here. Have any moves been made? There have been moves made. I totally forgot to do this. I even did this. Well, I didn't do it, but I looked at it and I went, okay, do this at the beginning of next episode. I totally forgot, but I'll do it now because I just want to see. I want to keep up with the landscape of the league. So and to show you. So Capella went to the Rockets. Smart went to the Celtics. Chris Paul, DeAndre, Kevin Durant, Paul George, Cousins, Parker, Gordon, Thomas. They all stayed on their team. So all the big names didn't move. Noel, Jokic stayed on their teams. Evans stayed. Pachulia stayed. Anthony went to the Pacers. So Carmelo Anthony went for a paycheck. Cantor went to the Mavericks. Yeah, Bradley went to the 76ers. They're going to be an amazing team. We might end up facing them, honestly, in the finals one year. We got Pope. Peyton went to the Jazz. Okay, Redick went to the Spurs. Jeff Green went to the Hornets. Lopez went to Washington. Bellinelli went to Washington. Any other names? Doesn't look like any other big names. Jefferson, Lou Williams. Okay, he just went back to the Clippers. Gerald Green went to the Cavs. Interesting. Wade went back to the Heat. Okay, he's going back home for a couple seasons to finish out his career. And that's about it. So, oh, Randall went back to the Mavericks. Okay. Yeah, just wanted to show you that just because, I was interested as well. The T-Wolves signed Tony Parker. Barton went to the Nets. Interesting. I really wanted to just kind of check out the landscape of the NBA. Let's go to trades, though. What trades have happened this season? So, we got... I'll just go from the top. Any big ones, though? So, Batum went to the Suns for Brandon Knight. Interesting. Zeller went to the Nuggets. Olenek's going to the Bucks. Thompson is going to the Knicks for a second-round pick and Courtney Lee, so they're kind of just dumping his contract. Randolph is going to the Pistons. J.R. Smith, they traded him for Delly. Delly's coming back to the Cavs. All right, so that's about it. Kind of caught up to the NBA now. I'm in shock of Gobert. I'm gonna have to think about that. Let me know, should we do that? Because we'd trade Anderson and Nance Jr. and maybe a lottery protected first round pick for Gobert. And then we can sign this young power forward who's already 70 overall. And do the Jazz have anybody else that we can get? Anybody else we can maybe add to the deal? They really don't. No, honestly, Sullinger maybe for depth. Maybe. But yeah, Gobert is honestly the only guy I want, and it looks like they want to give it to us. Let me check out his individual attributes. So he's not a shooter at all. He does have high shot IQ. Free throw, that's gonna... That I don't know how I feel about that. That might put a stop to the trade. I'm not too sure. Not much of a post player, but this is what he's about, right? 88 defensive rebound, 88 box out, and then high 80s and high 90s and mid 90s for defense, and then block 90. So let me know what you think about that. Thank you for watching. I will catch you in the next episode.